Hello there everybody and welcome to this another video in our international finance series. Today we are going to understand what do we mean by bid rate and ask rate. What is bid rate and ask rate? Let us understand. Basically, bid rate and ask rate are two important fundamental points under the exchange rate quotations. If you are trying to understand the various exchange rate quotations, it is very essential that you should know the bid rate and ask rate. So let us try to understand what exactly this bid rate and ask rate means. To give you a shortcut and to make it simple for you to remember, I am going to give you a key. That is BBB. What is this BBB? It is nothing but the key to remember what exactly the bid rate is. So when I write BBB, it means bid bank buys. What does it mean? Bid rate is the rate at which the banks or the dealers of foreign exchange they buy the currency. So it is the rate at which the bankers or whosoever the dealer is, in case of that particular case, whosoever the dealer is, that person, that party who is a dealer of the currency will buy at the bid rate. So what does this mean? That as a bank, as a dealer of the foreign exchange, the bank would buy the foreign exchange at bid rate. So opposite to this would also be true, which means that what would be ask rate? Ask rate would be nothing but the rate at which the bank would sell the currency. So when we say bid is the buying rate, ask rate is the selling rate for a bank, the rate at which the bank would sell the foreign exchange currency. That rate would be called as ask rate. So here we understand bid rate is nothing but the rate at which bank buys, and ask rate is the rate at which the bank would sell the foreign exchange. So now if you are not a bank or a dealer, but you are a normal businessman or you are a normal individual, in that case bid rate is a rate at which you can sell your currency to the bank, and ask rate would be the rate at which you would be buying the currency from the bank or from the dealer. I repeat, since bid rate is the rate at which bank buys, so bid rate would be the rate at which you as a layman or a businessman you would sell the currency to the bank, and vice versa. Ask rate is the rate at which bank sells the currency. So for the individual, for a businessman, normal businessman, ask rate would be a rate at which you would be buying currency from the bank. Let us take an example for this. When we go through the example, we would take a very simple example. Say for example it is GBP slash USD, and the rate is given to us as 1.5070 slash 1.5080. This is the way in which you write the foreign exchange quotations. Here we see it is written as GBP slash USD. This means that, like we have already seen in the previous video, GBP slash USD, here GBP is your base currency and USD is your quoted currency. USD is the quoted currency and GBP is the base currency. Now what is this again? We'll just revise in a minute that what is base currency and what is quoted currency. Base currency is nothing but the currency that is bought and sold. The currency that is bought and sold is called as base currency, and quoted currency is the one in which the value of the base currency is given. For example, in this same example, we can say if it is 1.5070, that means you will need $1.5070 for 1 GBP to be bought or sold. Okay. So here USD is the quoted currency and GBP is the base currency. Now let us understand this quote from bid and ask perspective. So when it comes to bid and ask perspective, what we understand is the rate is given to us as 1.5070 slash 1.5080. Now here the first side is called as the bid side, and the later side is called as the ask side. What is the difference? If we see at the figures, the bid rate is lesser and the ask rate is higher. Why is it so? Obviously, when we know that bid rate is the rate at which the banker is going to buy from you, so a bank or a dealer will always buy at a cheaper rate. However, ask rate is the rate at which they would be selling it to the businesses. So ask rate would be a rate at which the bank is selling, and that is why it is a costlier rate. But from an individual businessman's perspective, ask rate would be the rate at which you would be buying the currency, and bid rate would be the rate at which you would be selling your currency to the bank. So from bank's perspective, the bid rate is always lesser than the ask rate. So here we conclude in this video stating that bid rate is the rate at which bank buys and ask rate is the rate at which bank sells. For more updates and for various interesting videos, stay tuned. Kindly subscribe to this channel and see you soon. Thank you.